Hello and welcome again to the English course of IEMA Idiomas, Level Basic 2. Today we are going to continue our classes and finish Unit 8, which is about food, okay? But today we are going to talk about a new content, a new grammar content. So let's see. Today we will finish Unit 8. We will learn about modal verbs can and could, and we will talk about abilities in the present and in the past. Let's go? Okay, so what are modal verbs? Modal verbs, they are auxiliary verbs that are used to complement or to change the meaning of the main verbs in the sentences. For this reason, they are also called modal auxiliaries or modal verbs, okay? So here we have a table with some of these modal verbs. Let's check. So we have can, could, will, would, may, might, must, and should. Through this English course, we will talk about all these modal verbs, but today we are going to focus on can and could. So here we have a table with all these modal verbs and the situations where we use them. So for example, can and could we use to talk about abilities, okay? The ability to do something. For example, I can speak English. So speak English is an ability, okay? I am expressing an ability. So there we have two examples. David can speak 3 languages. This is an example of an ability, okay? And we also have there, he could speak fluent French when he was 5 years old. So in that situation, could is expressing something that happened in the past. It was an ability from the past, okay? We also have there permission. So we can also use can and could to ask for permission to do something. So for example, can I sit in that chair, please? Or could I open the window? Could I open the door, for example? Or if it's someone very important, for example, the president, you are in a very formal situation, you can use may. So may I borrow your dictionary, or may I leave this meeting, for example. So these are examples of asking for permission to do something. We also have there should, that can be used to advices. And what is an advice? For example, I have a friend and he is in a very difficult situation, and I give him my opinion about that situation. I tell him or her what I would do in that situation. So this is an advice, okay? So there we have, you should visit your dentist at least 2 a year. Or, you should try to lose weight, okay? So we have 2 situations, 2 advices using should. We also have obligation, something that you have to do, that you must do. So for this situation, we use must or have to. And to differentiate them, I want you to understand that have to indicates an obligation, but must is stronger than have to. So if you really want to emphasize the idea of obligation, use must. But if you want to talk about something that you have to do, it's mandatory, but it's serious, have to is okay. So there we have, I must memorize all these rules about tenses. It's a very strong obligation. And we have, you have to take off your shoes before you get into the mosque. So 2 situations, and I'm talking about obligations, okay? Things you have to do. things you are obliged to do, okay? And we have there about possibilities. We have there might, may, can, and could. If you see, can is a very common verb to express and to be used in many situations. But you have to understand the signification and the context of the sentence to use can or could. So there, for example, it looks nice, but it might be very expensive. So might indicates a possibility. You don't know the price. It looks nice, but it might be very expensive. It's a possibility. Or we have there, Richard may be coming to see us tomorrow. So may also indicates a possibility, okay? It's not something certain. It can happen, but we don't know. We're not sure about it, okay? So these are the modal verbs, and in this unit, Unit 8, we're going to finish the unit talking about the modal verbs can and could. Let's see it. So can indicates general ability, but in the present, okay? So whenever you see can, it's talking about something in the present. So there we have the example. She can dance pop music. So she is the subject. Can is the verb can, that indicates ability. We have the verb dance and the complement of the sentence pop music. So if you see, the principal verb in that sentence is not can. The principal verb of that sentence is dance. As I told you in the beginning, can is an auxiliary verb. It helps the principal verb to have this signification of ability. Because if I say she dances pop music, okay, it's a fact. But if I want to indicate ability, can is very necessary in that situation. So it's an affirmative sentence. So she can dance pop music. Okay? Let's see another example. Okay, so here again, if I say I can't speak Spanish, I can't. In that case, we have the subject, we have the verb can plus not, that indicates negative. We have the principal verb, which is speak, and we have the complement Spanish. So if you see, it's a negative sentence, and to express inability in the negative form, you just add not after the verb can. In the sentence, we have a contraction. So can plus not equals can't. You can use cannot or can't. Okay? Great. And here we have a question. Can you speak English? Can you speak English? So in the question, the verb can comes in the beginning. Then we have the subject, the principal verb, and the complement. For all the questions, it will be like that. Can comes in the beginning, except for double weight questions. For example, what, where, when, how, why. Now we are going to talk about could. Could also indicates ability, but in the past. So in the example, she could dance pop music. In that case, I am talking about something from the past. Okay? So we have there the subject, the verb could, the principal verb, which is dance, and the complement. Remember, could is an auxiliary verb. The principal verb in that sentence is dance. Okay? Here we have the same example, but expressing something from the past. So I couldn't speak Spanish. I couldn't speak Spanish. So there we have the subject, the verb could plus not, the principal verb speak, and the complement Spanish, and that is negative form. To make the question, we follow the same rule from verb can. We put the auxiliary verb in the beginning, so could. Then we have the subject, the principal verb, and the complement, and that makes the interrogative sentence. Okay, so now that you understand the structure, now that you know how to form sentences, how to express abilities in the present and in the past, let's practice with some examples. Okay, so complete with can, could, can't, and couldn't according to the sentence. So here I have, I go to work today. I'm sick. I can't go to work today. I'm sick. If you see, we have the expression today indicating something from the present, and we also have verb to be in the present, I'm. So this indicates that we need to use something in the present. Space, your friend speak English like you? Can your friend speak English like you? Okay, so we go to the beach today because it's raining. We can't go to the beach today because it's raining. I go to the party yesterday because I was sick. I couldn't go to the party. If you see, we have the words yesterday and was, indicating something from the past. My sister swam last year, but now My sister could swim last year, but now she can't. I talk to you about this situation. So when can I talk to you about this situation? I drive 5 years ago, but now I don't remember how to do it. So I could drive 5 years ago, but now I don't remember how to do it. Sorry, I arrived in time. I was very busy. So sorry, I couldn't arrive in time. I was very busy. Okay, so now we are going to choose the correct option to complete the sentences. So let's see. I speak English and Spanish. So what are the options? We have can't, can, and could. Let's see. Can. I speak English and Spanish. I can speak 2 languages. Can he swim? Yes, he can. Okay. I go with you to the cinema. I'm very busy now. I can't go with you to the cinema. I'm very busy now. Could she go to the class yesterday? No, she couldn't. Okay, very nice. So today we finished Unit 8. We learned the modal verbs can and could. And we also talked about abilities in the past. Bye bye, and I'll see you next class.